I think we can request more. Capricia can ask for more if somebody wants one. Okay. So board members, if you want one, let Capricia know and she'll ask Mr. Villa for some more. Okay, next, I don't believe we have anybody from the mayor's office here, right? And nobody from, I'm sorry, who did you say? Oh, Mr. De Leon's office? Who we were expecting. So next in line is Field Deputy Jenny Guerrero from City Council Member Huizar's office.
Hello, good evening, everyone. So Huizar, Councilman Huizar did win, went up for re-election and did win. He was supported by 67% of the vote, so that means he will be your council member for the next 5 years or so. I want to encourage everyone to really use the MyLA 311 app. If you're not using it yet, please, please, please download it onto your smartphones and use it. It is very effective. You can report all kinds of things from graffiti removal to bulky item pickup. There's so many things that can be reported on there. And then we in the office also get notice every time something's reported. So we could see what trends in the area, what areas are getting hit more by graffiti and things like that, so we can keep an eye on them. And that helps start a paper trail for the city to find out what areas are targeted. This way they can, we can be assigned more resources to address those. The same services are also available if you call 311 from your home phone or cell phone or anything. You can also do it verbally. So if you don't have smartphones where you're able to use the app, you're welcome to do that as well. Bulky items, you can schedule bulky item pickups pretty much every day, so there's no reason to have just stuff out on the street. If you see someone put stuff out there, please report it so that it gets picked up. It's a free service. Sometimes people think that they're going to get charged more on their DWP bills or something like that, so that's why they don't call. But it contributes to a lot of the problems that we have, because a lot of times the homeless encampments and such will take those items that they see on the street and take them over to their encampments and start using them for other things. Also, there is a committee already working on the Centennial celebration. It's still in the works, so I don't have any information on that yet. And let me see the rest of the encampments. Also, with the encampments, it's not illegal to be homeless. It's what happens around those encampments that is a problem. There is a very long process to be able to get the encampments removed, because they have to be offered services a certain amount of times before they can actually go and clean up. So when the bulky items, when someone requests a bulky item pickup, like Cynthia was saying, it can't be part of an encampment, because they won't come out and they won't touch it, and then they won't have anything to do with it for like the next 30 days. So that's when we get Cynthia involved to see if there's anything else that we can do on that. If it's just stuff left on the street, on the sidewalk, in an alley or something, get them removed as quickly as possible so that they do not become homeless encampments. The thing is stopping it before it becomes an actual problem. Because sometimes we see someone there, we're like, oh, okay, they'll move, and then before you notice it, they've been there a month, they've been there 2 months, and now they've got 4 or 5 people there in the same location, so it does create a problem. Also, our e-blasts should be up very soon. And we are very excited, because this way we can communicate more effectively with all the members in our community and anyone who signs up for the e-blast announcements, stating on any local issues that are going on or any events and things like that we have, any resources that are going on in the community. So keep an eye out for that, because that should be coming out soon. Okay? And that's all I have for today. Thank you. Have a good night.
Thank you, Jenny. Okay, I believe that's all the representatives we have here from the local offices. So we're going to move on to 6D, LA 32 Neighborhood Council Committee Reports. The first committee is the Executive Committee, in which I'm the chair. And And I do want to report, most of you know, and I think it's been said that the Department of Neighborhood Empowerment has voted. They voted unanimously to uphold our decision to reduce the board from 21 to 15. Also, I'd like to report that we do have some vacancies. We have at least one right now. I believe we may have two after this meeting, and we will be filling them. We're going to put it up on the web as early as we can, but we'd like to encourage anybody who wants to get involved or who knows somebody who will be committed and may want to be involved to please keep an eye out on our website. The executive committee does meet on the third Wednesday of every month. This month we did have to rearrange it due to all the candidate forums we were hosting and attending. But that's all as far as executive committee goes. And Sports and Rec Committee doesn't have a chair. Land Use and Development Committee, I'm also the chair for that. Our last meeting was held on February 23rd. On that agenda, we discussed the Onyx project, which is on this, a motion from that is on this agenda. Also, 7-Eleven came out. They were trying to get a beer and wine license at the new 7-Eleven over on Huntington and Portola. Is it Portola by Calvary Chapel? Poplar, sorry, Huntington and Poplar. They don't have an application in. What they were doing, 7-Eleven, the corporate was sending out a representative, an attorney to the different neighborhoods for the 7-Elevens that don't sell beer and wine, and they were just taking neighbor concerns. They did give me, it would have been a conditional use permit, and they gave me a list of the conditions, which was like, you know, stop selling at midnight. A few things. I do have the list. I'll put it in the back if anyone is interested. But pretty much the consensus of the community was they were concerned, and it didn't seem like it was going to be a go. A couple of reasons were a bad accident that was there recently. Also, Calvary Chapel being there, AA is there. There's a motel across the street. So it seemed like she wasn't going to go back, and she was going to go back and not recommend that 7-Eleven be one of the ones where they start to sell beer and wine. Other than that, the Hyatt House, which is also on our agenda, and you see the lovely photos here. And the only other pending item that the land use has is Clearwater Communities, their proposed building here on Lombardi and Eastern. But we haven't gotten an update on that right now. Apparently their project is on hold for some more study. That's all I have for land use. And we'll move on to Membership and Outreach Committee, Mr. Gamaliel Andrade.
Yeah, thank you, Madam President. We've been having a meeting almost once a week. We're partnering with the Arts and Culture Committee so we can bring forth the Kite Festival. We're looking forward to bringing in people of the community, nonprofits, the business sector as well, bringing them to Ascot Hills, and we're trying to take ownership of this festival again, working in conjunction with arts and culture. I think we can knock this one down. If you'd like to attend, our meetings are the third Monday of the month at CD 14 office at 6 o'clock. So come out and give us some new ideas, and hopefully we could be partnering with CD 14 on the on the Centennial celebration. Thank you.
Oh, we can't. No. I'm sorry. We can't. I mean, this is not time for discussion at all. This is just committee chair reports. Public Safety Committee, Michelle?
We're still in the makes. We're going to get together soon, and we do have a vision of maybe doing a public safety fair, but when we get together, we'll bring you more information. Thank you.
Thank you. Business and Economics. We'll get you when you come back to the table, Capricia. Bylaws Committee. Victor is our chair.
Yes. Our committee has not met after our last meeting. As you are aware, that we are the only thing that's stopping us from being exhausted is the standing rules. So what I did was I submitted an email to Amber requesting that I wanted to have a bylaw committee meeting, but she recommended that the bylaw committee work with the ad hoc committee so that we're all on the same page of what's being done. So I'd like to submit her response to the chair. And so what I did was I sent the email to the chairperson of the ad hoc committee, planning committee, and I never got a response. My request was to have a joint committee meeting, and I didn't receive a response from her. So I sent another email, and I still didn't receive a response. But this is a time-sensitive issue here, and we need to go forward with this. So at this time, I am going to go forward and start having a couple of meetings for the next 3 weeks. I did get a confirmation from Ms. Abbott, the park director at Rec Center, at Rosewood Rec Center, that Mondays and Wednesdays are available. So for the next 3 weeks, the bylaw committee will be having their meetings. And we would like to have community participation and board member participation so that we can go forward with this.
Thank you, Victor.
When I make the agenda, we will sit down.
You'll email all of us.
6 to 8.
Okay, thank you. Education Committee, Michelle is our chair. Corsantes?
Yes, we are going to make sure that we are going to be in the Kite Fest. We're going to meet, and we're going to reach out to these schools so they can be part of the Kite Fest. And we'll bring you more information on that next meeting.
Thank you. And you're also Budget and Finance Committee.
We have, we still cannot process the applications for the grants because we have frozen account. So until that exhausted efforts is lifted, we will be able to begin the process of the applicants that have turned in their application. Thank you.
Thank you. And the only two committees remaining are both belong to Capricia Vallecillo. That's Ad Hoc's Election and Voter Engagement Committee, as well as Business and Economics.
Okay, there you go. Okay, so for the first item, ad hoc elections and voter engagement, we'll have our next meeting on next Thursday, March the 12th at 7 p.m. at the El Sereno Library. We have to determine on whether we would like to end this ad hoc committee early, given the election results that came out, because there will not be a runoff. And then also for the LAUSD 5, there will be a runoff for that, but we only have, two or three schools that are in two schools that are in LAUSD 5, so it may not be worthwhile, so that's what we'll be discussing our next meeting with Business and Economics Committee. We'll have one of our board members are leading that committee. We're adding a new one on, and we have that meeting scheduled for Thursday, March the 12th at 6 p.m. at the El Sereno Library. So immediately before that committee, and also we have reserved to have meetings every second Thursday of each month at the El Sereno Library from now until the end of the year for the Business and Economics Committee each month at the El Sereno Library.
And that's at what time?
That is at 6 p.m.
Okay. Second Thursday.
Second Thursday of each month, El Sereno Library, 6 p.m. for every future Business and Economics Committee meeting from now until December. El Sereno Library.
Thank you, Capricia. And we didn't miss anybody, right? No. Moving on to item 7. And thank you to all the chairs for the reports and for chairing committees. Treasurer's report regarding LA 32 finances. Discussion and possible action. Approval of the LA 32 NC monthly expenditure report for February 2015. Michelle, I'll ask you to speak on this.
Yes, good evening. My name is Michelle, and I am the treasurer of LA 32. We are still on exhausted efforts, which means the account is frozen. We are not able to fund any event or co-sponsor at the time and process any grants to group organizations of our community. The invoices are emailed directly. All of our operational expenses are paid directly through Empower LA. The invoices are emailed directly to Empower LA, and funding department pays them for us and emails us the confirmation of the payment. We do not have access to the checkbook, bank account, or credit card. The monthly report for February of 2015 is taped on the wall right over there. It is also projected on this wall here for you. And We also have on the table before me, the treasurer's book, which starts from June 2014 to December, and in January begins here, so you're welcome to see those as well. And that's it.
Great, thank you. So as you see, board members, the monthly expenditure report is on the projector. So if we can have a motion to
I'll make
approve.
the motion to accept the February month, LA 32 expenditure report, subject to audit.
Thank you. Seconded by Ruben. That's open to public discussion. Is there any public comment on this item? Board discussion. We'll start from the left. Is there any board discussion? Augie? Gama? Yoli? Is she there? I can't see. Capricia? Luisana? Michelle?
No.
Ruben? Yoli? Cynthia?
I was looking it over, just give me 1 second. No, I have no questions.
Victor? No. Okay. The only comment I'd like to make is line item 2, $495. That's actually for 6 months, Michelle, of meetings. Normally we do month by month, but
That's the invoice they gave us.
right, this is an operation expense. The latest invoice from Mr. Sam here was for all 6 months, so that's why it's so high. That'll cover us through